Welcome back everyone, I'm Jewel and we're in the Giants editor today, but we're going to be doing some work on the roads in the paint.net program. But I just wanted to show you real quick what we're doing to do with the roads in the map. And as you can see, this one I have put all the markers in place and made the road, and it fits just exactly how the ground goes. So if you do it just right, you can make your road. And it takes a little bit of practice, and these look crooked, but they weren't. And if you'll take a look at this video, you can see it twisted up. And when it twists up like that, you got to go back in and you got to lift it up a little, see where which one of these markers is having problems, because some of them ain't going to be having problems. Some of them worked, like all around here worked, but then here was a problem, so I had to adjust it. So what you're going to do is you would lift up this, the one that you're working on. This is another one I'm showing you something on, but these were all perfectly flat to the ground, but they didn't like that, so it was twisting up in these areas where you see these here that don't look right. So these you would say were wrong, but they're technically right now, because I decided to I just tilted them. I clicked on them and tilted them just a little bit this way, even though that didn't look right. I did it anyway because the road was showing where it was wavy at, and so I knew this one was a problem, that one, and all the ones that you see that are tilted were the ones that were the problems. So I tilted all the ones that looked wavy, and it made it. I went back through it, hit spline in the thing again, and it worked. So now it's all flat. Now all I have to do is smooth out all this up to the road, and that's the painful job, but I did most of it. I just gave up on fighting it to get it all perfect, because this is just to show you. So anyway, what I wanted to show you is, see how this road looks? Well, I didn't really like that, so I wanted some lines on it, and so this is what I ended up doing, but I'm going to repaint them. This was just a quick me throwing the lines on there real fast, so obviously they're not even or anything like that. I just had to do it to get it to work so I could see what it was I needed to do, because it had been a while since I'd done it. So anyway, I got that. That's to prove that you can do it, but I want to show you how to do it. So let's go on into paint.net, and then I'll show you the roads, how to get them in, either on this episode or another one. Alright, so let me look here what we got. This one, and I already loaded it, but basically to do that, all you would do would be go to your downloads, find the road folder, which is this one, Spline Street Constructor. You would click on Road 51. I would make a copy of it, right click on it, click copy, and put one on your desktop. Maybe even put one somewhere else, just as an extra backup so you don't screw it up, and or mess it up. And then go open, say if I put it in pictures, okay, so if I copy it, put it in pictures, then I opened pictures, I could get the one that I just copied out of pictures, and then pretend this is it. I would right click on it and then click open with paint.net. Now you need paint.net. If you don't have it, go look at one of my earlier videos to do with the things you'd need for map making, and you see where to get that at. But you would left click on paint.net, it would open you up to this. That's how I got this in there, and that's what I've done so far. Now I don't like that the way it looks, and I wanted some lines, so this is what I'm going to show you. Now I just stumbled around in here and figured it out. So now I got to stumble back around in here and figure it out again, because I don't remember all I did exactly. I kind of do, but you know, I have an idea of what I did. Basically, I clicked on this right here, and I came up here, and I clicked close to the top, and I drug it down only where I thought it looked good, and that area doesn't look all messed up, and I let go. Once I got that going, I ended up clicking on, either dragging it or clicking on something. I can't remember which. I'm going to try to drag it and see what happens. Okay, that didn't work. Okay, I'm going to click undo just to get it back to that. Alright, now I got to go up here and find out what I clicked. One time I think I clicked duplicate layer. I might try that. Duplicate layer, let's see if I can do it now. Nope, it didn't do it. Alright, undo. Always undo if you have a problem. Okay, let me go back. Did I do the merge? I know I did it merge at one point. Let me look. You could probably do that. Basically what I did is I stretched it. So let me look. Copy selection. I don't know. Let me see what I did. Yeah, I stumbled around and figured it out. I just gotta remember what I did. Let me try merging it. Merging it. See, I drug it out. Let me see what we got here. Did I right click on it? No. Let me see. Some of you probably know, but like I said, it's been a while. Let me see what I did. Move selection. I might have did something like that. Maybe I did that. Yeah, I think I clicked on that. And then I grabbed here. Yeah, that's what I did. See? I figured it out. But that's how I do it. I just stumble around till I figure it out. Alright, then I drug it down. And you could do it. What I should have did is put it over the whole thing. So let me see what we got here. Let me see. Because I'm going to make the new white lines on this. So that should be good. And then we got the top up here to worry about a little bit. Alright, should be good. Now we're going to click over here in this bottom corner to zoom in and out to look at it. Okay, so see, that looks a lot better for the road part. And if we want to zoom in, we can like that. Alright. So now we're going to do the lines. And we're going to click on this to do those. But I need to click on adjustments. No, this one first. And I need to... Let me see what I got here. Copy merged. Copy merged. Let's see if that's it. No. Add new layer. Let me see if I can get that. I'm trying to get the grid should go away is what I'm trying to get rid of. Maybe it'll go away in a minute. Let me try to do this first. Click on this, make sure this over here is white, and start at the top and right at the top, right there, not outside the line or nothing, just make a straight line. But before we see if it's pretty straight, try to get it straight, because you'll notice it if it's not. Alright, I'm going to let it go right there and hope it's pretty straight. But then we need to come over here to the brush width and change it to 20. And let me get the keyboard going. Alright, that's good for that. Looks pretty straight. I think that's good enough. Usually, though, you have a little space between that and the edge, so I'm going to bump it over a little bit. And then I'm going to zoom in so I can see it. Make sure. Okay, see that little space? That's good. That's what I needed. Okay. Alright. So I might want to do a little bit more of a space. Just a little bit. Not that much. Hey, come back. It's hard to move it just ever so slightly. Alright, there we go. I think that's better. Let me look. Good. Good enough. Alright, so we're going to try the same over here. We're going to click here, drag it down, and try to get it very straight, because the straighter you get it, the better. Because if it's crooked, it's a problem. You'll notice it if it is. As far as I can tell, that's straight, so we're going to say it's straight. And I'm going to roll in to see how straight it is. Alright, so that side needs to come over. So we grab here and drag it over to match the other side. So that looks about equal to this side over here. Pretty close. I mean, it's probably not 100%. Actually, it's a little crooked up here. I don't think I can grab it up there and move it. Yeah, I guess I can. Okay. Let's move it over. I think you move it in the middle too. Yeah. Only problem with that is it's not going to be very straight. It'll be kind of crooked. Let's see. Not terrible. Let's move it. I think that's decent. I mean, it's not perfect. Might have to move this one over a little bit. It's a little bit far. And that one's already done, so it's not gonna... You're not gonna be able to do it again. Alright, so now we need to make the lines in the middle. Now that's where it gets a little bit more complicated. But if you'll adjust it to the right size down here, where you can see it better. Let me measure it with what I had made to measure it with real quick and see if that's the right one. Nope, it's got to go a little bit further out. Alright, let's move it out a little bit. Okay. I don't think that's it either, because it's supposed to be... Oh, I need to roll it up here. I wonder why it's so low. Oh, okay, there we go. Now let me move it just a little bit. Hey, I don't want it that far. A little bit more. Alright, that should be pretty close. Let me double check it real quick. Alright, no, it's a little bit off. It's got to go a little bit further over. So I could click it once and see if that's enough. It's just not showing it where I want it to be. Let me roll it down and see if that helps. Go back one, see if that worked. Okay, so now my lines aren't exactly what I wanted. But anyway, let's go ahead and move along. The next step is to make your lines, and I had adjusted it, but I think what happened is when I resized this other one, it changed what I had made. I can't seem to get this one lined back up right. Unless I go up here, maybe I can do it up here. Let me look. Nope, it's still not doing it. Because I had it to where I had it at a certain size. Excuse me. So that when I clicked on it, the lines will be in the right spot. So I'm trying to figure what is the best way to do it then, since I don't have my line thing now. Because this one's gonna be two lines short. So if I deduct 2 lines, okay. So hang on a minute. Here we go. Now you take your line, and I was counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. See that line in the corner? And you put this line wherever you think the middle is. So if you think that's the middle, then that's where you start clicking at. And that was where my 7 lines were, but now that it's smaller it's not going to be 7, so I'm trying to think. It's going to be 2 lines short, so I'm going to have to move it up a half of, probably 1 line, pretty much, to make it what it should be. Either that or 2 lines. I'll go up 2 lines, so it'll be 5 instead of 7. Anyway, then you line the top up. See that 500? You line that up. You click it down and you drag it down. And I forgot how far. Let me see if I can measure it with this little piece that I've got here. I just drew it on a piece of paper and put a line how far I wanted it. And I'm going to try to get it close. It ain't going to be perfect, but if you got a way of figuring it, you could do math and figure it, but I don't feel like taking all that time out to figure it all up. Alright. That's pretty close. And I'm going to let go. Now all of them need to be about like that. Does that look straight? Hopefully it is. It's not. Seems like it's crooked, but we'll see. Now the distance between this one and the others are gonna need to be the same, and I think I'll land on the end straight, like all the way against it. So anyway, so we're gonna count. It was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, it must be 6. Okay, 6. So we got six lines. So we're gonna start here. Right. Let's see where it's at. Alright, 1. Okay, come on now. It's fading out on me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and we're gonna put it. It's gonna land on that. Well, that ain't no good. The only other way to do it would be to do it here. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put it next to this one. Make it the same length. Let go. Take this and drag it down. And then I'm gonna say, see that 2 dots? So a little past the 2 dots is what I'm gonna say. So a little past the 2 dots. So we're gonna put this lined up, and then a little past would be here. And then so that means we got to go down further. So let me go down. That means we got to measure them over here. What would it be? So it'd be about right there. Alright, that should be pretty close. So I'm gonna say that that's where it should be. And to me, I had that on 500, but that don't look straight to me. So I'm gonna have to scoot it over. I'm gonna put it next to the 500 and hope that's straight. Alright, so now I need to make another one, so I'm gonna come up here again next to this. Oops, I should have just clicked, but well, that'll work as long as I got it. So we're gonna go 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, we're supposed to do 6. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right there. And then drag it down. Let's see if we can get there. Pretty close. Put it. I need to go over just a little bit. Right there. And let me measure it. That one's not. It's a little long, I think. Let me see. No, not quite. Alright, that's pretty close. I'm gonna go there. Alright, so now let's just go next to this one again and click on it next to it and drag it down. Let go. Drag it on down. And then this one, see, the problem is these weren't the exact distance. So what would need to be done is it hits on the end, because if it's not, you got that gap at the top that they're going to line up to. So actually this one needs to be undone. I'm going to undo it. I'm going to undo that. Well, I can stretch it. I need to stretch it a little bit on account of it's not going to line up. Okay, let me try that. That's better. So I can put it out the end. It'll be close to the others, and then the other one will line up with it. And that's as close as I can get it. You can get it more perfect than this. You just got to measure everything. So this is just going to be a rough go of it, I guess. But I just wanted to show you how to do it. Alright, once you have all that in place, you should be all set and ready to save it. Now you do need to look down here. See this where it says 1024 4096? Since I recopied it, it came to the right number. But when I was on this one, this is the one I had made freehanded just real fast, it wasn't letting me enter the 124 49, whatever it was, 4079 or whatever it was. And even though I went into the image and resize area, every time I typed 40 whatever it was, 79 or whatever, it changed my width. And I don't know why it keeps doing that, and I couldn't do nothing about it. So it still worked. That's the one that you see on the map there, right there, that one. But it still worked, even though the size was this. But this was what the size was supposed to be, 4096. So you're going to want to look down there and try to keep that the same, okay? And now, once you get it the way you want it, we're going to hit save. Now I'm going to go ahead and just hit save just the way it is right now. Okay, now once you do that, it's going to go to pictures. Should. I don't see it, so hang on. Let me get back, jump back. Okay, so maybe it didn't go to pictures. Where did I put it? It's supposed to go to pictures. Now I'm confused. Where's it saving to? Hang on, let me look. Okay, I think I know what I did. You need to go to File, Save As. That's what it was. I'm sorry, folks. And then you're going to put, I'm going to put capital L-I-N-E-S, lowercase on the rest of it. And save it under DDS. Now, it would have been under PNG just because that was normally what it's set on. But you're going to save it under DDS and hit save. And hit OK. Now it should be in the pictures because it didn't, if it's not, I don't know what's going on. Gotta find it. Well, where am I saving it to then? Oh, I know where I'm saving it. I'm saving it wherever it was. And I think that was the desktop one. So hang on a minute. Okay. You can see it's here on the desktop. So wherever you opened it from, like whichever one you used, like if it was in pictures or wherever the one you copied that you took out of the main folder, that's the one where it would be. So that's where it is. Once you got that, you need to cut it. Actually, don't cut it. Just paste it. Let me paste it back. You want to copy it. Copy it. Go put it in the downloads folder. And I hope I haven't confused you. Because I didn't know. I thought I had opened this one. But you don't want to use this one. This is your main one and you don't want to use it. So what I had done is I had made a copy of it and put it on the desktop and opened to paint.net from there. So that's why it wasn't saving the pictures, because I didn't put it there. I was thinking I put it there, but I didn't. So that's the only reason it was in desktop. So then go get it from desktop. hit copy on it, and bring it in here and copy and paste it in here. It says replace it. Don't replace it though. Oh, I had already made a capital lines. I should have saved it as something else. Let me go back to desktop and change the name of it and put it in lowercase l's. You can't even tell that's let me put an underscore and then L. Alright, try that and see how that works. And then it should then copy it and go to downloads, open up the Spline Street Constructor and right click down there and paste, and it'll go in. Now this one is the first one I did. That's the other one that I freehanded, and this one's the one I did a little bit better. But really, I would have liked to have done an even better one where I measured it better. But this is the original. That's why I didn't want to get rid of the original. If you're trying to do the Spline Street Constructor, you're going to want to use the Road 51 one. Okay? Alright. So, I'm probably gonna call that an episode and do the other separate, the Spline Street Constructor separate, so that the video's not too long. But stay tuned for that, because it'll be probably, I might post them both the same day, so you'll have all of it, all the information. But if you want to get that all perfect, just figure out the measurements of what would be equal, and for the distance, you don't want the lines to this line and this line to both meet, because it'll be too long. So when the road, when it's going along on the road, if you put them together, you're going to have one major long line, because these are going to butt together. And when they're going to butt together, it needs to be the same distance of space. So see, here's the line. That one's the line that's stuck to this line. But when you get to the next line, you can see this was a space on this side, but then it goes back to the line. So otherwise you'll have a big long line if you make lines go all the way to each end of it, if you understand what I'm saying. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed. I'm going to leave it at that, and hope you learned something. And that's how you do it to get the lines, and then I'm going to show you how to do the road and lay it out and get it to work as best I can. And hope you enjoyed. Stay tuned for the Spline Street Constructor tutorial, and I'm going to catch you on the next one. Appreciate all the new subscribers. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on your notification bell if you want to receive a notification every time I post a video. Goodbye, everybody.